which translates to the Supreme Ruler.
And we are live. That was an amazing clip, man. You look amazing, honestly, Chris.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No, you're welcome, bro. So, hello, everyone. This is Jonny555, and I am here with my friend Chris. How's everything going, bro?
Everything's going all right. Everything's going all right. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So, like I said before we went live, bro, you have an amazing physique. How long you been working out?
Just turned 28. I started when I was like 18, so about 10 years.
That's awesome, bro. No wonder you have an amazing physique. And actually, I was checking some of your pictures, and you had an amazing transformation. I have one of those pictures here that I'm gonna pop up in a minute. Hopefully, you don't mind, but
No, I don't mind.
I look at the post, and I'm like, holy, because you were so thin.
Yeah, I think I know what you're gonna post. Yeah.
You were so thin, bro. Honestly, so I don't know how you did it. I mean, it's been so many years that you've been working out. No wonder. But I mean, and even on internet, you see a lot of transformations, but yours was something that I was like, wow, mind blowing.
That means a lot. I appreciate that.
No, you're welcome, bro. So how long you been working out? You said I can't remember. I have
10 years. About 10 years.
10 years. That's awesome, bro.
Yep.
When you first started, did you hire a personal trainer?
No. I just kind of did it on my own. Like my friend, I wanted to start working out. My friend had some workout stuff in his basement, so like end of my senior year of high school, I started going over there and just I did a lot of research before I started, so I kind of had like a plan in mind, and then I just worked out with him for the first like 3-4 months of my fitness journey.
That's awesome, bro. I see people leaving comments already. So guys, keep putting comments. I'm gonna be reading some of your questions in a minute, all right? So let me just start with mine first. And then I'll keep reading some of your questions. But I see Christian, Adele guy, Gilberto, Juan, Tijuana, Dallas. Hello, Dallas, Derek, Miguel. I see a lot of comments right now. So keep putting comments, all right? So, bro, so you're also a personal trainer, correct?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And before we go any more further, so Christian social medias. I'm sorry, I'm calling you Christian. Christopher, right?
Yeah.
Chris's social medias are on the description of this video. So if you click on the link, and there's 3 links: one for his Instagram, another one for his TikTok, and another one for his page, because he is a personal online coaching personal trainer.
Yeah.
So,
And you can always shoot me a DM too. My website, long story short, it links to a different email. So like I'll see the DM before I will see any of those emails, if that makes sense. So like if you are interested in coaching, also send me a DM just to get my attention. I would appreciate that.
yeah, that they can do that. So the Instagram is on the description of the video. Okay, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so, bro, so right now, because I know I have interviewed a lot of personal trainers and online coachings, and I know they have a limit. Do you have a limit for clients? Or not
In
at the moment?
person, I don't really know what the number would be, but I've gotten to a point before where I had to double people up, and then I had to just give some people to a different trainer. I haven't had that issue in a while though, but that had to have been like 40 clients. So that was a lot. And then online, I've had like 15, 16 before, and it wasn't an issue. So I feel like I could probably do like mid-20s and be all right with it.
Okay, that's
So
awesome.
yeah.
Perfect. That's awesome. So, guys, so if any of you are looking for an online coaching, just shoot Chris a DM on Instagram, and he'll give you more information about it. Okay. So, bro, let's start with your current weight and height.
All right. So I am 5'9", Um, weight. I didn't weigh myself this morning. So that weight at the end of that video that you just played, it was
Uh-huh.
223, but that was after some food was in me and stuff. So I'll say this: I started prep on Wednesday at fasted morning weight of 216.8. So that's my fasted morning weight. I'm probably like 213 right now.
That's awesome, bro. And have you competed before?
Yeah, I competed last year at the Jay Cutler Classic.
Awesome. I knew that because I saw that on your Instagram, but I had to ask.
Hmm. Of course,
That's awesome, bro. So how many times have you competed before?
that's my first one last year.
That was the first time. Were you nervous?
A few weeks out, I was just because I really wanted to look good, and I, like I had some uncertainty like 6 to 4 weeks out, and then once I kind of resolved those issues, honestly, like no, like the closer the show got, I was less and less nervous. Not because I thought I was gonna win, but more like I I knew that like I just had to show up and like I already did it the best I could like in the prep. So like I wasn't nervous and I was excited to. I knew my friends were gonna be there, so I was excited for them to see me on stage. So no,
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous at all.
That's awesome, bro. Because obviously I don't have your physique. I'm not even near as how you look. So I've never competed before. But I can only imagine myself being like in front of judges and people. I think I will get panic attack or something.
I thought I would, to be honest with you, I really did, but I the thing is, I think at that point, like you're so starving and hungry that like your like natural instincts aren't even like there's no room for anxiety. Like your brain is so food focused, like you don't care about humans. Like I know that sounds crazy, but like I could have there could have been a gun to my head and I still would have just wanted to eat. Like like that would the gun to my head would not have been a priority. So
That's
it's
crazy, bro.
yeah.
And especially because I have interviewed a lot of people that they competed before, and they kind of walk me through their process, and that's insane. Because I know that some of them, depending on the competition, but some of them they don't even drink water for the like 2 days
Yeah.
before they compete. That's insane.
I didn't cut water out. Um, Starting like the Wednesday before, I started the carb up, so I was less dead as I got closer to the show because I carved up slowly for like 3 days, and then I cut water back a little bit each day, but not much. Like I kept watering, and then like last day out, I had a liter of water. So that's not a lot for me. But that's probably close to like what an average person would drink in a day. So it wasn't too bad. Um, but
Cool.
I, yeah, leading up to that show, I was so hungry, dude. It's like, yeah,
Uh, I bet, man. So Michael Ford, he's like, this is my first time here. Thank you for being here, Marcos. Michael, if you like the stream, I'm doing live stream with fitness influencers and online coaching. So if you're looking for any of personal trainer, um, just check the content that I have, and I have I'm interviewing a personal trainer right now. So if you're looking for one, just send him a DM. His social medias are in the description of this video. Okay. And Michael, if you give me a like, I would appreciate that, bro. So let me see who else do we have. Juan, he's like night chest and pec bounce. If you can do some pec bouncing, bro, do you know how to do it?
oh
I I knew you knew.
yeah,
That's awesome. Um, all night comments, all night comments. Another one, if you can do pec bouncing. Um, Adele guy, he's like, a lot of hard work has gone into that physique in 10 years. You bet, man. Hey, bro, so I'm gonna bring this picture to you. This is the picture that I mentioned
yep.
before. I want you to see it and tell us, like, what do you think or what do you feel when you see that transformation? Because honestly, wow, that was insane, man.
All right.
And it is right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
mean, it's like two different persons, man, two different people.
so what's crazy is, so you can see the pose I'm hitting on the left there. Like I was already kind of into bodybuilding for a few months prior. Like, so the lightest I got, this was, that picture was taken in like January or something of 2015. And I started working out briefly a little bit before the swim season started in high school because I was 106 pounds at 5'9". And then by the time swim season started, I was like 120-ish, like 123, I think, in that picture. And I felt jacked. Like that was like the biggest I'd ever been in my life. And like, uh, I was already into bodybuilding just on YouTube and stuff. So I saw like the cool poses and shit. And like, I wanted to take a picture with my friends. And then, yeah,
Here's another one.
that would be a year after that picture, that first picture in the gold speedo. That one, that 19, that was like a year in, and then
That's awesome, man.
yeah. So like that first. So anyway, how I feel about it. I
Yes,
mean, it
like
happened so gradually. Like I don't really feel much different, except like I never felt jacked back then. Like obviously, like I do sometimes now, but like I don't. It happened. It's been like 10 pounds a year for 10 years, so maybe a little bit more than that, but it's like it's been so gradual. Like it's hard to even it's hard to even feel different. You know, it wasn't like a sudden. It doesn't feel sudden to me. You know.
wow, but it was a huge change, bro. Even in the year that you work after you started working out, you could see the difference, man.
Yeah, I put
That's
on like 40 pounds in that first year.
that's
So
awesome.
yeah,
And Adele guy, he's like, holy crap, what a difference. I know, right? That's awesome, bro. So, bro, so you said that when you started, you hired a personal trainer, right?
no. I
Oh,
just
you
did it
did.
on my own.
You did it on your own. Okay, perfect. So,
Before I ever started, though, I had already been watching a lot of like fitness related stuff on YouTube,
hmm
and I just kind of eventually felt like confident enough that like I knew what to do, and like I said, like right when I put on like 40 pounds that first year, and my split and like my training style hasn't really changed a ton from that first year. So I don't know. I guess I've kept learning, like for sure, but I've always trained myself. I've always done my own diet.
that's awesome, bro. So right now, when you competed that time, that first time, do you had like a coach or someone to guide
No,
you through the process? It
no, I
was
did.
all you.
I coach myself. Yeah.
That's impressive, man. Honestly, because I think everyone that I have interviewed, let me think. I think they all had like a personal trainer or someone to guide them. That's awesome, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jorge Ramirez, he's like, do you have Twitter?
No,
And Lucas also asking if you have a Twitter account.
I
But
do
he
not.
has no, but he has an Instagram, TikTok, and his online coaching page.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So no more questions, guys, because I see a lot of really good comments, but no questions. What's going on?
I did see someone ask my nutritional background.
Adele guy,
Yeah.
yes. As
So
the diet is important, what is your nutritional background?
so I'm pretty much all self-taught just from like my own research and just seeing what other people have done and then just trying stuff and seeing what other people have tried and what's worked. And honestly reading like a lot of the scientific literature, like just having a pretty good understanding of like why things would work. But on other than that, like I am a certified nutritionist and then I have a degree in exercise physiology. So I have a background, like I'm educated like formally in this, but I would say like 90%, 85% of what I know would just be from taking that like foundation and then like having it allow me to understand like some of the more nuanced stuff that would go into bodybuilding, if that makes sense. Like I feel like I like it gave me the ability to read into things or see what other people have done and understand why it would work and when it would work and when to apply it. So that would be my background. Like most of it's self-taught, but I do have a foundation of like actual like college education in this stuff.
That's awesome, bro. And obviously, you have a really expand knowledge because whatever you're doing is definitely working out for you.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I've also been doing this with other like I've been a trainer and nutritionist for like almost 7.5 years. So like I have a lot of data to go on. You know what I mean? Like I've seen all like every different body type you could imagine, try different things, and like I'm not like I'm not like running experiments on people. Like it's all stuff that I know will work, but like I've seen where some things work better for others and stuff
Yeah,
like that. So like I have a lot of data to go off of too, just because of like what I do for work. So
that's awesome, bro. Dallas, he's like, did I miss out the pec bounce? You did, Dallas. But there you go.
There we go.
Jorge Ramirez, ¿cómo te encuentras en TikTok and Instagram? So Jorge, so his TikTok and Instagrams are on the description of this video. So if you click on them, they're gonna take you straight to his TikTok and Instagram. But bro, Chris, if you wanna mention your social medias, that'll be great also.
Yeah. So my Instagram is Chris underscore Saint Gaines, ST period GAINZ. My real last name is St. Louis, by the way. That's not my real last name. Some people think that's my last name. And then I'm not from St. Louis. Other people also read my Instagram bio and think I live in St. Louis. I do not. I'm from Massachusetts. And then my TikTok, I believe, is the same thing. Actually, I don't even know what my TikTok is off the top of my head, but um,
It's on the
it-
description of the video.
yeah, check that out. And then
Yeah,
if you're interested in coaching and stuff, I have that website, but definitely shoot me a DM.
perfect.
Um, that way it'll just get my attention because that's linked to an email I don't check every day. So I see my DMs every single day. So feel free to shoot me a DM. And yeah. Oh, also in January, coaching. I'm doing for $50 for your first month. So if you are interested, you
Awesome.
just want to try it out, I'm doing a little bit of a discount just to get some of the New Year's resolution people going and stuff. So if you want to start up with me, $50 this first month, and I'd be happy to help you.
That's awesome. Guys, and if you do reach out, just make sure that you mention that you're coming from this live stream. That will be awesome. That will be fantastic. Ramón Mesa, dile a Jorge, wait a minute. So, dile que se ponga de pie. So, Ramón Mesa is asking you if you can stand up.
Yeah.
They want to see your physique.
Oh, my back. I was telling you before I hurt my back at work, but let's
I
see.
know, that's crazy, man. So, hopefully, you'll recover soon, man.
Yeah, I'll be back in the gym tomorrow. But anyway, this is not really the
Wow.
best angle, but that's
No,
what I'm
you.
looking like.
What are you talking about? You look amazing, man.
Well, thank you. 5 days into prep, so I'm down a few pounds already, and yeah, the first few weeks of prep is like the worst because all you do is get flat. Like you don't really like look that much leaner yet. Like you flatten out first, and then you start to get shredded. But the worst I'm gonna look is gonna be the next couple weeks probably.
That's awesome, bro. So I can see that we have 70 people online right now. So I would appreciate if you guys give us a like. Double tap on the screen, guys.
Um, there is a question I've seen asked a couple times. If you don't mind me answering,
Sure. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Go for
uh,
it.
to go from where you were to now, are you natural? Do you taking supplements? So up until I was 25, if you look at the picture, so up until 2021, like December 21, that's all natural. And then from that point on, no. So just to set reasonable expectations, I would say like the first 70 pounds that you can do natural. But then I was pretty much stuck at that from like 22, 23 to 25. So from that point on and like me competing and stuff, no. But if you go back and look at my pictures, like everything he's shown other than like the most recent stuff, like that was all natural. So yeah, just wanted
That's awesome.
to answer that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's impressive, bro, still, because even when you, in this picture, let me pull it up. In this
Mhm.
picture, you said that you had only 1 year working out in when you were 19.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and versus this one, you can see the difference. Look. So, bro,
Well,
in a
thank you.
year
Yeah.
you in a year you did so much. That's
Thank you.
all.
Yeah. That's kind of what I wanted to mention because I think like, I don't want people to think that like you need to take anything to do what I did in the beginning, right? Like you can do a lot of that. I mean, I got to also admit, I had no life. Like, I don't think I missed a meal or a workout for 3.5 years. Like, genuinely, I remember the first day I like didn't feel good and just decided to actually not go. And I like thought there was something wrong with me. Like, I remember calling my mom. I was living at school at the time, and I'm like, something's not right. Like, I didn't even work out today. Like, that was the first time I had missed a work. So like, it's you can do it naturally, but like I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't go out ever. I didn't drink at all. I didn't miss a meal. I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying like it's
Yeah,
possible, but it's not realistic for everyone if you want to have a life. Like I kind of like it consumed my like entire brain. So there's that. But it is possible naturally. It's just might not be fun, but you can do it.
that's awesome, bro. And Richard, he's like, "Whoa, you look great." Some of us never have the ability to get muscular. I am 6 feet tall, 32, and 170 pounds. That's it. Ha ha ha. Well,
Shoot
Richard,
me a DM. I'll get you. I'll get you right.
there you go, Richard. So if you're looking for a personal trainer or online coach, just send Chris a DM, all right?
Yeah, I can
All
help you
right,
out.
so we have 80 people online. Guys, if you can give us a like, double tap on the screen, that will be great. All right. So, bro, so getting going to some of your workout routines.
Hmm.
What workout routine do you recommend for chest? Your chest, it's massive.
Yeah, thank you. Um, a lot of the growth came from decline presses, not so much like barbell decline, but I'm a big fan of either like a chest press machine or like a hammer strength decline machine if you have it, or decline flies, but like a chest press that you can go to failure on like in a safe way, and then drop sets on that. Nothing crazy, but I used to do like my original chest uh routine on that decline press that I used to do would be like 12 reps with one plate, for example, 12 reps with two, 12-ish reps with three. And then if I got 12 reps of that, I'd go to like 3.5 or whatever. Like just like, these aren't exact numbers, but like just so you would know, like I just warm up to like a top set.
Yeah.
Whatever I failed between 10 and 12 at, I would repeat, usually fail with like a couple less reps, but then drop set down. So that would be like my two top sets on that. So I would say like a decline press, an incline press. So for me, most of the time it was an incline dumbbell. So I'd usually start with an incline dumbbell, then I would do like a decline press and then a fly. And that's what I still do. Except now I'm doing incline Smith or incline dumbbell. And then, yeah, so that would be where most of the growth would come from. And then there was on and off, I would bench like heavy just because I could. I don't do that anymore, but that probably helped build up the strength too. So like if your shoulders can handle it, like flat benching just like in the 5 rep range, that might help. I don't always recommend people do it because like that's the only thing that I got injured on consistently. Like I could only ever really do it for like a few months at a time, but I did get really strong on it, so that probably translated to other movements that allowed me to build. But yeah, I usually for clients that I see a lot of success with, as long as I'm seeing progression on an incline press, either dumbbell, Smith machine, barbell if they like it. If I'm seeing progression on that in the 8 to 12 range on their top set, if I'm seeing progression on their first top set on a decline press, and then they're able to do a decently high volume drop set on their second, and then their flies have good form and they're able to work up to like 1 or 2 sets to failure there. If all those are progressing, their chest will grow. So that's what I do for myself. That's what I do for my clients. And yeah,
That's awesome, bro. So, do you think age matters? And I'm asking that question because Richard, he's like, I'm too old. I'm 48 now.
it definitely matters, but doesn't mean you can't make progress. Like I have clients in their 70s that
Oh,
are
that's awesome.
way stronger. Like I have someone they're 76 now. I started working with them. No, they're 78. I started working with them when they were 74, and they're retired, but they still referee high school football. And the first year I was working with him, if he refed a game, he couldn't work out the next day. Then the next year, like he was doing a little bit better, but still had to wear knee braces. And now he's 78, and I started when he was 74. He can work out every day, ref the games. He could do 2 games in a day. All of his lifts are up, and he's down like 60 pounds. So like
Wow.
I think like if you want to have like a great physique with your shirt off, like that age does matter. Like things just change over time. You're not going to probably bench 365, but you can make progress from your baseline for sure. Like if your baseline is whatever, like if it's uncomfortable and like you feel like you need more strength, you can, if you start working out, you will get stronger.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, bro.
thank you.
And so, what about for your arms? Do you have a particular workout routine that you do for arms?
I do triceps with on my chest day, so I'll do chest and tries. I usually do 2 movements for that. One with a drop set usually. So I'll always make sure I do something overhead and then something with my arms by my side. And then there's been periods of time where I'll either do like overhead kind of in the mid range and then like a dip movement. So that would be 3 on chest day. But right now I'm only doing 2 on chest day. And then I'll do 1 movement on my shoulder day, which that I just added in this off season just to bring up like I noticed that like I didn't used to have as much of a sweep in my triceps. So I just wanted to hit like that long head a little bit more. So I threw in an overhead movement on my shoulder day, and that's just 2 top sets there, like a top set of 8 to 12, whatever I fail at, and then repeat that, then drop set down on the second set. So that would be it. I just do 3 movements of like a split. So it's every other day almost, but it's 3 movements, an overhead, something by my side, and then another overhead. And then for biceps, I'll do something where my arm like is up here, right? So I'm
Yeah.
flexing up here, and then something where my arm is behind my body, and I'm training. So, like I said, as long as like with the chest things, like as long as those 2 positions are progressing, then that's like the full range of motion of a bicep. So if every point in the biceps range of motion is progressing, then the biceps got to be growing. So as long as I'm seeing progress in those, that's what I do. So two things on my back day for biceps, 2 things on my chest day for triceps, 1 thing on my shoulder day at the end, and that has been working great for me.
That's awesome. That's impressive, bro. Felix, he's saying, hermosos pectorales, that your chest look amazing.
Thank you.
Maria Lopez, so I know you're kind of, you kind of hurt right now, but she's asking if you could do some posing. I'm not sure if that will be possible.
Yeah, it's just gonna take me a sec to stand up. Oh, I hurt my back at work, guys. But
And hopefully you
a little
recover
bit.
soon, bro. Bam.
I feel like I don't really look that good in this light, but the angle's kind of weird. But
No, bro, you honestly look amazing.
yeah, there we go. Oh,
There you
that's a
go,
little
Maria.
bit.
There you go, Maria. And Adele guy, he's like, what? How would you describe your training philosophy and approach to coaching?
All right. Um, I keep it super basic, which I don't think is like very fun. Like I'm not gonna send you like some new crazy workout every week. Usually, I find the exercises that work for you. Sometimes I get it right the first week, and we stick with those for a few months, and I just adjust the rep schemes if needed, or swap stuff out here and there. Sometimes I got to try a couple different things. But usually, like when I find stuff that's hitting the right muscle, that those lifts are progressing, and the scale is going in the right direction, whether we're trying to get to go up or down. We just run that. Like I'm not going to be someone that's trying to spice things up if things are working. So my philosophy would be like just keep it simple and just force the progression. Like I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to get you results. So I'm gonna just tell you like do this and this will work. And if you want to do it, that's up to you. But I'm gonna tell you what'll work. And then there's a second part to that question, I believe. I read it for a second. An approach to coaching. Yeah. So coaching depends on the person. Some people need me to hold their hand a little bit more. They need a little bit more reassurance. Some people, they send their weekly check-in. I tell them like, all right, keep everything the same, or hey, I'm going to swap this out, or hey, we're changing this meal, or we're going to. Some people I just have count macros. I'll be like, we're going to lower calories or increase calories. I send it to them, and they just do it, and then they send their check-in, and what we wanted to happen happens. And then we just like they're great. Some people I got to talk to, like there's some people I have to have send me their food log every day, or they won't track their food, or they won't. So like my coaching philosophy is like I keep it simple. I'll tell you what to do. I'm gonna try and get you to do it, but if you don't want to do it, like I don't know, I'm not your mom here, like I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm
Yep,
gonna help you do it the best I can, but it's up to you to do it.
that's awesome, bro. I'm laughing because you said hold my hand, and there's someone that put a comment saying hold my hand. That's funny. Hey, bro, because we're almost getting to the end of the live
I can
stream.
probably do another like if you wanted to do more, I probably got another 10-15 minutes, but
You
it's up to you.
sure? I know you have
Yeah.
work to do, man.
Yeah, I just gotta make food really. That's it. It'll only take like 10 minutes, so I'm good.
All right, bro. So I have 5 questions for you, man. It's like a fan scenario questions that I do with everyone.
Yep.
Things that happen in the gym.
Yep.
It's not really about the answer. It's just most of the time about the reaction. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So ready, set, go. So question number one. So you just got to the gym and all the equipment is in use. What do you do? Has it happened?
It happens every day. I work at a YMCA, so uh, I just start going up to people asking how many sets they have left, and then I just wait right next to them. You know, like usually I'll be like, "How many sets you got left?" If they say three, I'm waiting for three sets. It is what it is.
That's awesome, bro. I'm kind of shy on that way, man. So I don't really like approaching people, but
Yeah,
I'm kind of forcing myself to do it often because
I do it for my clients usually. Like if someone is shy and they won't want to do it, I'll just go do it for them because I work there. Like no one's gonna no one's gonna give me any shit. You know.
Awesome, bro. So second question. So you just got to the gym, you're using this equipment, and the person next to you smells bad. What do you do? Has it
That
happened?
happens all the time. And I just work. First off, I usually check if it's me. I'll be like, and then it's not. So then I know it's the person next to me, and then I just either I walk away in between sets if it's that bad. I've had to do that where like I got to go stand somewhere else, or I just deal with it, get my 3, 4 sets done, and I move along.
That's funny, man. A third question. So you just got to the gym and you realize you forgot to wear deodorant. What will you do? So now it's you.
Now it's me. I have deodorant in my backpack, but to be honest with you, and this is gonna sound crazy, it takes a lot for me to start to smell. Like I don't sweat that much, so like if I notice it's me, something's something is wrong, and I have a cologne in my car and I have deodorant in my backpack, so I'll do that. But I can really only think of one time I've ever done that. I'm still not even sure it was me. So yeah,
Yep, I kind of do the same thing. I have something in my backpack because it happened to me once and I didn't
yep,
have, and then it happened on me, and I was like, oh shoot.
yeah,
All right, fourth question. So you are working out and there is this person staring at you all the time and super obvious. What will you do? Has it happened?
yeah. I when I was younger too, like I've noticed some girls taking pictures of me a couple times, and they
Oh
like
wow.
well the thing is like they were probably in like their teens, like I don't know, like high school age. I was like maybe a sophomore in college at the time. So like it wasn't like I was still like young, it wasn't like I was a grown man. So they just giggled it off. But I remember like I just thought it was funny and they laughed about it and they did it a couple times like before I was like what, and they but like now like if I were to do that like that would be I go to jail like but at the time like I was still pretty young so like we were close in age like I just thought they were messing with me but now I realize like as an adult like you cannot do that so but what I do back then I didn't really do anything like people I I ended up dating a girl from the gym that was doing that. I remember I said hi to her once and then as she was leaving because I was at work because like I noticed she was looking at me I said hi and she left and then she came back in and my name was on the wall like with the trainer thing and I saw her
Oh
go over
wow.
to it then she went out to her car followed me on Instagram and then we dated for a year and a half so I would say hi if I thought they were cool or like they seemed interesting. If not, I mean, up until I got these glasses, a couple weeks ago, I couldn't see anything beyond like 10 feet. So if it was happening, I never did anything about it, other
Yeah.
than the couple times I noticed that I just told you about.
No, because honestly, you're big, man. So I'm pretty sure you have more than one person looking at you.
Pe- at
Okay.
work, people approach me a lot, but like I said, I'm a trainer there, so like people don't really have to look at me. Like I work at the Y, so they're allowed to come approach me. So like I don't really think I deal with this too much. If anybody is looking at me and wants to say something, they're more than welcome to. So
Awesome, bro. And last question. So you want to use this equipment. There's a sweaty guy using it. He leaves, but he doesn't clean the machine.
yeah,
What will you do?
I spray it down. It's fine. Like we got spray bottles all over the place in my gym. I'll just spray it down. I've done that before, plenty of times. It happens.
And it's crazy, bro, because in every gym it's a policy. You have to clean your equipment before and
Yeah.
after, but most of the people don't do it.
No, yeah. I mean, my thing too is like if you see the sweat stains, just clean it up. If you don't see any mark, like if you're not sweating at all and you just forget whatever, like I don't really care. But if you can see it and you still don't do it, like that's you just don't care. Like it's kind of bad etiquette.
Yep.
But yeah,
So, Paramjep, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. She's like, you have a great chest. And
thank you.
Michael Steven, where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts, South Shore. Well, I call it South Shore, but I'm not like my town technically isn't on the shore. It's like 30 minutes from the shore. But I live south of Boston, essentially.
Awesome, bro. And remember, guys, if you like the stream, double tap on the screen. And also, if you're looking for a personal trainer, online coaching,
Yep.
or if you just want to follow Chris for more gym and fitness content, follow his Instagram and his TikTok. There, his social medias are on the description of this video. Okay.
Can I answer a question from Adele guy? Because he asked
Sure.
something. What do you believe are the most important factors in a successful trainer-client relationship? How do I put this? Like, they have to like trust you for sure, because there's gonna be like you're not gonna see results like immediately a lot of the time. So you gotta there needs to be trust, and like how you get that, I guess, would be like sometimes personalities just match well. Sometimes if they know someone that had success with you, then that starts the relationship off great. But a lot of the time, what what are the most important factors? I would say communication, telling them like this is what I'm going to tell you to do. If you do it, this is what I expect to happen. So then they know like, all right, here's like the timeline. Like I want to be like whatever weight or look a certain way by this date. It's like a wedding or something. They want to look good for their wedding. I'm like, all right, well, this is to get there. This is what we have to do, and this is what I expect to happen in that amount of time. And then I think building that trust by saying like just do this and then seeing it work like that, I would say is probably the most important factor. So setting reasonable expectations with a timeline, and then doing what I can do on my part to keep that person engaged with the plan. A lot of the time, just the dopamine hit of seeing the scale change or seeing their body change is enough. But I would say just having a plan that they can trust in with a timeline, that would probably be the
Yeah.
most important factor.
That's awesome, bro. And here's another good question from James. He's like, "What's a good exercise for wide shoulders?"
Um,
Or
Lateral
what
raises,
help for you?
same thing. I my rep scheme on lateral raises hasn't really changed much since day one, and it's been. I'm gonna. This is a two-part answer. So lateral raises, I've done. I'll do 20 just as a warm-up set. 12. The second set of 12 is a top set. So like whatever I'm failing at between 10 and 12, and I repeat that for a drop set. So I'll go like same weight, probably fail around 10, go down 10, aim to do 10 reps, but no less than six. That's my rule on drop sets, and do one more drop. So that would be how I approach with almost all my clients for laterals. But I think it's important to also find a way to sneak in some extra volume where there's tension in this like this part of the range of motion. So like a dumbbell is gonna be pretty like all the tension's up here. If you can get some tension down here with like a cable or a lateral raise machine, that will help. What I did, because I've always had okay shoulders, like pretty good, like just from the lateral raises. But I tried doing two lateral raise movements on my shoulder day. That I didn't see much improvement, but I started doing another lateral movement at the beginning of my chest day as a warm up with that tension in the lower part of the range of motion. So some people they can make good progress doing both parts of the range of motion on their shoulder day if they do a whole shoulder day. For me and a lot of clients too, I'll just split it up. So I would say like frequency and training the muscle through training the lateral head of your delt uh through its full range of motion, and just progressing it too. Like you want to train close to failure. So I would say those would be my tips. Train to failure, train the muscle through the whole range of motion, and then try higher frequency instead of a bunch of volume on one day.
Awesome, bro. And all right, so we got to the end of the live stream, Chris. I really appreciate having you here, man, making the time for us. Hopefully,
Thank
you
you.
had fun.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you share a lot of really good knowledge, man.
Thank
Um,
you.
Someone asked, like, I think it was Para Jim. She's like, please tell us your Instagram account
Yep.
and name so we can connect with you, sir.
Chris underscore Saint Gains. ST period GAINZ. That is my Instagram account. I would appreciate any follows. Shoot me a DM if you're interested in coaching. I check my DMs every day, so I'll get back to you pretty soon. Um, yeah, I appreciate any support on the page. I'm trying to grow that, so shoot me a follow and a DM.
Okay, guys. So all of his social medias are on the description of the video: Instagram, TikTok, and his online coach page. Okay. Joshua Corner, happy Sunday, Jonny555, and Chris, happy Sunday, Joshua. And Adele guy, he's like, awesome interview. Thank you for answering my questions. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all. And yeah, so thank you, Chris. I really appreciate you too, bro.
Hey,
Okay.
no problem. I had fun.
All right, bro. So I'm gonna end the live stream, and I think there's gonna be a clip playing. It's the one that played at the beginning of the live stream. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, guys. So have a nice weekend. All right. Well, it's almost the end of the weekend. All right, guys. Bye.